Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Goodyear Memphis flying everything Goodyear's learned, making tires that go the distance. Inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear is more driven. Time to deliver some super dogs. Need some underdogs that are going to win, Kirk.
I'm going to go with Syracuse in honor of Mike Tirico, who lives here in Ann Arbor. I think they got the shot.
Isn't
that great? I think they got a great shot against Virginia. Be very professional today against the Cavs.
I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm going to go with Bandy. I think that the Gamecocks not sure how they're going to respond now without the sideline. So maybe Bandy can sneak them today. They've struggled a lot this season. They need this win. So I'm going to go with Bandy.
I'm going with Virginia Tech over Miami. Why? Because Frank Beamer is Coach Spurrier and I's friend, and he's the AARP member. And that's it. Right. We're going to AARP men every time. Beamer.
Coach is going against Bears Bank. Coach wanted to go with this one. I'm saying Arizona State is going to go to Salt Lake City and beat Utah. They've done a better job taking care of the ball. They might be without DeMario Richard. I'll say Berkovici and DJ Foster step up, and the Sun Devils upset.
How about that crowd there?
And it's time to take a look at our Saturday selection, brought to you by Chevrolet.
Coach Boots, what kind of coach you need today?
We don't want to win.
Receivers, they couldn't catch a cold if it was the middle of February.
Everybody doesn't like me.
That team was so much better than us, it wasn't funny.
You kidding?
All right, see you later.
Steve Spurrier here to make the picks as our guest picker. You didn't like Desmond Superdog. I saw that.
I think Dave wrong on that one.
All right, here we go. We're going to go fun and gun right here. Let's start in the Big Ten, Des, with Iowa and Northwestern.
I think the Wildcats' defense was exposed last week by Michigan's offense. In Iowa, they can run the ball extremely well. So I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes over Northwestern.
Northwestern, my good buddy Kaz Banaszak played there. One of my best friends with the 49ers all 9 years. Pat Fitzgerald, good friend. They're the only team that's beaten Duke University this year. I'm going with the Wildcats. Not so fast. I don't have any friends on North Iowa. Iowa anyhow.
You have lots of friends. I'm going to go bounce back week for Northwestern. Pat Fitzgerald. They laid an egg in Ann Arbor. They have to have some urgency and redemption, as LC says. I'm going with the Cats to ruin that undefeated season for Iowa.
In minutes on ABC or ESPN2, Ole Miss and Memphis.
I think Chad Kelly's going to have a big game against Memphis. Memphis, they will fight hard, but I like Ole Miss in a close one.
I'm going with Hugh Freeze, SEC, but Memphis is a good team. Their coach Fuentes has done a heck of a job there.
And dangerous opponent for Ole Miss, boy. I'm going Ole Miss very close.
They would be better off if they were just kind of okay, but they've been so good. They have Ole Miss's full attention. And because they have Ole Miss's full attention, I think Chad Kelly does make the big plays. They cannot contain Laquan Treadwell for 4 quarters. I like Ole Miss.
Tonight in prime time on ESPN, if I might borrow a phrase, will God smile on the Mighty Gators against LSU?
No, not Death Valley, no sir. I think LSU's going to win this game. They're going to win big too. They're going to create some turnovers on defense, give that offense a short field. Fournette's going to have over 150 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. I like LSU, so.
I tell you what, I like LSU. It's a very good team. Les Miles, super coach, a Michigan man. We're up here in Michigan. But I like Jim McElwain, what he's done at Florida. Jeremy Foley, those guys, the Gators. That's where I went. My daughters, my wife. I'm going with the Florida Gators.
Wow.
I went to Florida State. That's why I'm thinking LSU. LSU is a big win this week.
The game here in Ann Arbor is going to be heavy hitting and physical. And the game, to me, at Death Valley might be the hardest hitting game, low scoring game. But the fact that Leonard Fournette is going to make a play, I think, late in the game, and also Brandon Harris scrambling, I think will be a big key in this game for LSU. I like the Tigers.
How about Alabama, Texas A&M?
I'm rolling with the bare necessities. I got the Aggies. I picked them to be one of the teams in the 14 playoffs. I'm going Texas A&M over Alabama.
I tell you what, Reese, if I was gambling on this game, I'd probably go with Alabama. But since I'm only picking, I'm going to go with Texas A&M and get a big, important home victory maybe today.
Not so fast again, ball coach. I'm going with the Tide. Special teams, the Tide's going to win.
Yeah, I think Alabama's defense, they're going to get tested in space. We know that. I think Derrick Henry running the football, a balanced attack. And I think Calvin Ridley's really coming on. He'll make some plays as well. Another true freshman having a great year. I like Alabama.
Night game not too far from here. It's going to be cold in South Bend, SC, and the Irish.
I like the Irish. I like their defense. I like Will Fuller on offense. I think the Irish will win a close one.
Well, first of all, it's USC versus Vandy today. They got this wrong. And I'm going with the Gamecocks. I think Coach Young and the staff and our players are ready to turn around this season and have a big one.
There you go, USC.
Who am I going with?
USC or Notre Dame? You get to pick the one I asked about.
I forgot that. Notre Dame by 2 safeties.
Notre Dame by 2 safeties. I got you. I think we all agree that all the adversity that USC dealt with this week will bring them together. That Clay Helton's going to have them playing with a lot of emotion. I just think Devon Kaiser will make enough plays with Will Fuller, as you said. I like Notre Dame to win at home.
All right, let's go to the Pac-12 in Salt Lake City tonight. Arizona State, Utah.
I tell you what, I would not be surprised if the Sun Devils win this game, but I'm still going with Utah. Michigan needs Utah to keep winning, so I'm going with the Utes anyway.
Yeah, I'm going with Kyle Willingham and Utah, the Utes. Under Armour School, Kevin Plank would fire me if I didn't pick Utah.
Fine you.
Not so fast.
Not so fast.
And let me tell you one thing. I'm sorry, Utes. I got to go with Arizona State. It hurts me.
After 4 straight, they got you that big
Yeah,
win
they got
last
me a
week,
big win.
and then you got them this week. I'm going to go with Arizona State. I think early in the year they were struggling, and they're turning the ball over. Now they're taking care of their quarterback, Bercovici. They're taking care of the football. Going to be very challenging to go into that environment against the Musts, but I think they get it done. I like ASU.
All right, late tonight, Oregon and Washington. Ducks have won 11 straight in the series. Who wins it?
I'm going with the Huskies. I think Washington's going to win this one big, too. I don't have any confidence and faith in the Oregon Ducks defense right now.
Yeah, I agree with Desmond. I think Washington is playing a little bit better than Oregon right now.
Very good pick. Very good pick. Washington by 4 field goals.
4-12. I got you. I'm going with Washington at home, a defense that's coming off the win against USC last Thursday night. A lot of confidence playing at home. You said sellout first time in a couple of years.
Couple of years, what they're hoping for.
There's a buzz there. I just don't think Oregon can get it done on the road.
Coming up in a matter of moments, sort of the bookend of the day on the various platforms, Louisville and Florida State.
All of the talk about Leonard Fournette, I mean, and it's justified because he's a heck of a running back. But Dalvin Cook, this kid in Florida State, man, he's a hell of a runner too. I think he needs to be mentioned in the Heisman race. Yep. I think Dalvin Cook has a big game. I like Florida State today.
I'll tell you what, FSU has a knack of winning all the close games, winning at home. They're a heck of a lot better team than when Lee Corso played quarterback several years ago.
Yeah. Well, I'm picking Florida State, but I'm telling you, watch out. This is a possible upset. Florida State by 1 point.
1 point. It'll be sleepy, too, in Tallahassee with an early kick after the emotions of last week. I think their defense will make a play late in the game. And, I think Dalvin Cook is the real deal. And along with Everett Golson, just getting a little bit better, I think Florida State.
That game comes up at noon, then at 3:30 Eastern Time, Michigan and Michigan State. Some sell hope, others sell results. So said Mark D'Antonio. Only one result matters on this day. Who brings home the Paul Bunyan Trophy?
Michigan versus Michigan State. Battle for Paul Bunyan. He needs to come home.
Put aside rankings, the Big Ten. It's about pride. It's been mean, and it's gotten turned up the last few years, definitely.
I think this goes back long before I was here, certainly, and it's sort of embedded in the culture in the state.
In this rivalry, a very physical matchup of 2 teams that don't like each other at all.
It's going to be 2 teams that are really hungry to kind of go out there and prove themselves and show what they're made of for the state of Michigan as well. We want to put on a show. I think it's going to be fun to watch, and especially it's going to be fun here in my stadium come Saturday.
Michigan State or Michigan, Des?
Well, I know Sparty's the underdog because they haven't been playing that well. They're multiple injuries, so people don't think that they're that good. But I'm telling you, the Spartan team that you're going to see this afternoon at 3:30 isn't going to be the team you've seen against Purdue or any of those other teams. Rivalry brings out the best in both teams. I think Sparty's going to come out and play hard, but Michigan going to punch him in the mouth and punch him again because they have so much confidence right now. They're going to match the physicality of Sparty. Wolverine's going to win a big one in the big house at 3:30 today.
I'll tell you what, 2 of the best coaches in college football, Mark D'Antonio and Jim Harbaugh right here today. Another buddy of mine, Frank Nunley, played here. Played 9 years with the 49ers. But I want to walk out of here today, so I'm picking the Michigan Wolverines.
Herbie?
Oh, good time.
You're not calling this game.
No, I said last week, week to Des, and I said on the air, if Michigan beats Northwestern and they beat Michigan State, they're going to be one of those teams coming off the radar that all of a sudden when the committee comes out, if they win these games, they're going to be a team that people are going to be talking about up in the top 4. But they've got to be able to finish it off. And all this week, all we heard about is Michigan and Jim Harbaugh. It's as if the little brother hasn't played any football these last 7 years. And because of that, I'm going with a very upset Michigan State team and Connor Cook. I think he'll be the difference in the game.
Oh, man, you're going to win Michigan State.
Yeah, I got Michigan State.
This old school Big Ten game, it doesn't need many words. Give me that helmet.
Oh!
This doesn't work. We need a new helmet.
Wow. Got a little targeting going on. Bob was using Brock. You